Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to talk AI, also known as artificial intelligence. Ignore that light. Now, recently, Scarlett Johansson, also known as Black Widow, the worst Avenger, obviously I'm teasing, has come under fire, or she has recently spoken out against artificial intelligence due to a now viral video that features a bunch of Jewish celebrities, and it is basically a AI artist, right? I use that in air quotes because some people don't consider AI art. It's really subjective. Recently, an AI artist has created a video of a bunch of Jewish celebrities with a shirt that had a middle finger on it, and it said like Kanye under it, and there's like a Jewish symbol, like a Star of David. And it was extremely realistic. I'm going to show you it. Obviously, I'm waiting to get to like that 1 minute mark of YouTube, but The Verge put out an article about this. Scarlett Johansson calls for deepfake ban after AI video goes viral. Deepfake usually has a pretty negative connotation. A lot of the times it's used when involving like putting a person's face on a not so savory video, the type of video that Kanye was sharing onto his Twitter, the type of videos you see on, more adult websites, right? People will put celebrities' faces onto that and whatnot. And due to the advancement of AI and so many different websites and so many different tools, it's only becoming easier, and it's only becoming even more difficult to distinguish from, real content, obviously. Obviously, you can tell Scarlett Johansson isn't making like hardcore these kinds of videos, but it's still extremely scary to watch, knowing how quickly this kind of content can be created, be circulated, be passed around. And of course, you as a celebrity or just a normal person, you don't want to see yourself in these types of videos or in these types of scenarios, or just doing things that you didn't do, right? Now, Scarlett Johansson is calling on the government to pass a law limiting the use of AI after a video featuring an AI deepfake of the actress circulated online. In a statement to People, Johansson said it is terrifying that the US government is paralyzed when it comes to passing legislation that protects all of its citizens against the imminent dangers of AI. Now, we're getting to a tricky point because AI is a tool. Right. And if you ban AI, you really have to start to factor in what exactly are you banning? Are you banning the use of tools? Like, can I go download an AI generator, something like a Comfy UI, something like A1111, I want to say it's called, Stable Diffusion, all these different free AI generators that you can like get locally on your PC. Are you trying to ban that? Are you trying to specifically ban the creation of like someone's likeness using AI? Because AI is not going anywhere, right? There are companies like Bing, companies like Twitter, companies like Microsoft, like Apple, like Samsung. All of these large companies are only investing more and more and more and more and hiring people, and people are going to school and getting educations to learn more about artificial intelligence. And so when Scarlett Johansson calls for like the ban of AI, what exactly is she calling for? The video in question shows Johansson along with other Jewish celebrities, including Jerry Seinfeld, Mila Kunis, Jack Black, Drake, Jake Gyllenhaal, Adam Sandler, and others, wearing a t-shirt that shows the name Kanye along with an image of a middle finger with a Star of David on the center. Ye, aka Kanye, returned to X last week to post anti-Semitic comments, and he also began selling shirts with that funny symbol on it on his website, which has since been taken down. Kanye has also deleted or like deactivated his Twitter account. Here's an image, right? Obviously, very good quality. And again, the image doesn't really do it justice because, people have been able to Photoshop pictures since the dawn of freaking Photoshop, since the dawn of photo editing programs. You can just circle someone's head, move it over to a photo, boom, tweak the lighting a little, and people can make some magic happen. But with the use of AI, it's only gotten easier. It's only gotten almost instantaneously. If you have a good PC, if people have all these different websites that they can go and create these AI programs and face swapping tools, and even apps like Snapchat, Face app, PixArt, these are all apps that implement AI technology and features, whether it be to like turn you into art. Like, I know you guys know that filter, those trends where people would like take a photo and they'd be like this, and it'll like turn it into looking like a Grand Theft Auto picture, or looking like Disney art, or Disney Pixar princess, right? These are all features that are very easy to do with AI, and they're only get scarier and more accurate, better looking, better quality. The more powerful hardware, the more powerful programs that you have access to. Now, here's the video in question. It's by this guy named Aribi Girano _AI. I'm going to switch to Instagram to actually look at it because the video has music and I don't want to play it. But here's the account. It's written in this language. Again, I'm not too familiar with what this language is, but it does say here, thankfully, this content was digitally created or altered with AI to seem real. I don't know if he selected that or Instagram added it. But Instagram does link you to this, basically a meta article, an FAQ type of page telling you like what AI is, how it's digitally altered to make realistic images, videos, and audios, right? So at least there is that warning. Again, it's pretty scary stuff. There's the Scarlett video. There's Drake, Seinfeld, Spielberg, Zuck. Borat, Schwimmer, Dave Schwimmer, other girl from Friends. I don't know those guys. Jack Black. You can still see it is very off. It's not completely perfect. You can definitely see certain points where it just doesn't look right. There's Jake Gyllenhaal, another guy. And it's just a bunch of people pretty much like, standing up for anti-Semitism, right? I guess it makes sense. This is probably like some type of Israeli or something, right? And enough is enough. Yeah, it's getting scary because it's getting to a point where people can now create essentially propaganda. Now, I'm not using that word as like an insult to like Jewish people, or to say that like supporting Jewish people or wanting to stop anti-Semitism is propaganda. It's just the fact that these are celebrities who did not consent to have their faces in this video that is pushing a message. Now, mind you, I think that definitely hot take, guys, anti-Semitism is bad, but some people may not want to have their faces associated with something like that. Some people may not just want their page to be political. Some people may not want anything that resembles them, any of their likeness, to be associated with political beliefs, anything to do with religion, race, policy, politics, things like that. And so, to like, let's say someone photoshopped my face on something and was like, stop hitting puppies, right? Obviously, I don't want to hit puppies. But again, it's still going to be strange to see my own face on like something that I wasn't there for, right? I did not go to a photo shoot, take a video of me saying that, and to see myself on another platform saying that, I can see why people would be scared of. Now, Scarlett elaborated. She said, I am a Jewish woman who has no tolerance for anti-Semitism or hate speech of any kind. But I also firmly believe that the potential for hate speech multiplied by AI is a far greater threat than any one person who takes accountability for it. We must call out the misuse of AI, no matter its messaging or who is losing a hold on reality. That's a good point. It's exactly what I was saying. I don't disagree with the idea of like stopping anti-Semitism again, or stop racism, stop this, stop that. But again, you don't want your own face to be associated with something like that, with AI, because it can quickly become bad. If you're willing to support the good, you quickly can support the bad. All it takes is, like this shirt where she has the Kanye shirt. Let's say they just replace that with something else, right? Let's say they replace that with the other symbol, the silly little, that one. Let's say they replaced it with something that said, F this, F that, F, you name it, right? And it can quickly become very scary if people are now promoting this, posting this. Again, this video got 30,000 likes, probably millions of views. That can quickly spread around the internet. And people are not the brightest. People will see like a video of a monkey with like 19 arms and they'll be like, is this real? I can't tell. AI's getting so good. Old people like that. Now, Johansson said that she urges lawmakers to make the passing of legislation limiting AI use a top priority, adding that it is a bipartisan issue that enormously affects the immediate future of humanity at large. Johansson has been outspoken about AI since the technology started becoming more accessible. In 2023, she sued an AI app developer for using her name and likeness in an online ad. She later called out OpenAI for using a voice that sounded a lot like hers in ChatGPT, leading OpenAI to stop using the voice. Now, I don't know if you guys remember. I want to say it was like 2 years now, could have been a year ago, when Taylor Swift got involved with some pretty raunchy AI images. Obviously, I'm not going to show you them. Okay, so I found this article by the BBC. Yeah, it was January of 27th of last year. So it's been about a year since this happened. Taylor Swift deepfake spark calls in Congress for new legislation. Again, from what I was able to discover back when these photos existed, I'm a bit curious. There were photos of Taylor Swift extremely realistic. Okay, I'm not talking she had 19 fingers on one hand, her eyeball was going this way. No, these looked just like photos taken with the camera. She was like at a Super Bowl and there are a bunch of dudes around her. And that's all I'm going to say, right? U.S. politicians have called for new laws to criminalize the creation of deepfake images after explicit faked photos of Taylor Swift were viewed millions of times online, right? These photos generate quickly. You have all these different accounts, like these meme accounts, these troll Twitter accounts who repost things, share things, right? And they were shared on X, okay, Twitter, Telegram. And even it got to a point where even Twitter had to go and remove the images. I remember at this time, like if you would Google or search Taylor Swift on Twitter, like nothing would show up. And that was such an interesting time because again, I guess when it comes to like AI and deepfakes, you really have to like question, like what is considered, fair use, what is legal, what's illegal, what's moral, what's immoral. Obviously, putting people's faces on like naked bodies is not exactly a nice thing to do, right? But again, it is something interesting that could be argued as a point of like fair use, right? Well, I don't think you should do it. I'm not the law completely, right? And obviously, this is why people like Taylor Swift, why people like Scarlett Johansson are pushing for laws against this type of thing. And see, right here, it even says that a study in 2023 found that there's been a 550% rise in creation of doctored images since 2019, fueled by the emergence of AI, right? Again, faking, making fakes of celebrities, putting their heads, doing some things they're not doing is nothing new. But again, with the use of AI, there are literally apps that let you like put a face, put a video, boom, it like puts it on top, right? Quickly, easily. And then there's even local tools, again, like things you can download, run off of your own computer, your own hardware. And that's where all of this starts to like come into question of like what exactly needs, not really needs. I don't know. I don't really have a say so. I don't think any of this should be banned. I think again, it's immoral. I think again, it's pretty bad to make these kinds of things of people. But I think that whenever you start to legalize tools from people, when you start to like make creation of AI art and AI generation tools, AI models, AI things like that, when you start to ban these types of things, you quickly start to like make a thin ice of like a situation where who knows what they're going to ban next, right? Again, I think that it's a slippery slope. It really is. Now, I guess while we're on this topic, this is a site called Civet AI. It's a very massive site where people like share AI generated artwork. It can be anything like videos. All of this is AI generated, right? None of these are like hand drawn images. It's possible they could have gone into like Photoshop and tweaked some things, but most of these are all generated by artificial intelligence. And up here, you can search for like any celebrity you want. They probably don't have every celebrity in the world, but now as an example, this website has a celebrity tag, right? And as you can see, 37,000 models exist. Basically, a model is like a trained subset of data of these people. So they have Margot Robbie, all right, Natalie Portman, even freaking Emiru, Elizabeth Olsen, Jenna Ortega. There's Scarlett right there. Belle Delphine, Emma Watson, right? The list goes on. Again, 37,000 models. If we were to like look at one of them, for example, Margot Robbie, you'd see right here, 13,000 people have downloaded this model. We can see some works people have made. Now, this site doesn't allow not safe for work images of celebrities, right? Basically, if you submit an image, it has to be safe for work. But as you can see, this is Margot Robbie, right? There's no mistaking it. Beautiful. Like, it looks like an actual watercolor image. Here she is in like the snow. Snow's falling on her head. Right? It just goes on and on and on. Photos of Margot Robbie. Again, this is one of those things where it's like, does she want to ban the creation of these? Does she want to ban the creation of this website? And here's another example of like what AI can be used for. This is all Disney Princess Laura. This is basically a subset or a, humongous database of photos of Disney princesses. And basically, when you use this in your AI tool, it'll be able to create AI princesses for you. And you can see there's so many. There's, got Belle, you've got Elsa and Anna and all these different princesses. Again, this one has 40 or 89,000 downloads. I think this is like how many people have used it to create pictures. 40 million people have used that. So again, it's like, does Scarlett Johansson want to ban this? Because in my eyes, I don't think this hurts anybody. Sure, Disney's going to be pretty upset you're not paying artists to draw and animate princesses for them. But you know what I mean? Beyond a few artists, who is this really hurting, right? Now, that's about it for today's video, my friends. I have been following AI closely for a few years now, and I think it's very interesting. Again, I've mentioned earlier that like a lot of what comes to AI, what comes through AI, what's considered artwork when it involves AI is super controversial, right? Some people consider AI can be used to make artwork. Some people think if you use AI in any way, it's not art. Some people think if you use AI to make like an end credit for a Marvel movie, you're the worst person alive. Some people think it doesn't matter, right? It's always going to be a very controversial issue. But in this situation, we have someone like Scarlett Johansson. We have a situation like Taylor Swift, where their likeness was being used to advertise or be used in a way to promote something they did not do. Scarlett's case, it was used to promote some stop anti-Semitism message, right? Obviously, she does not want people to be anti-Semitic, but she also doesn't want her face to be used for political messages and videos that she did not have any part in, and I completely understand that. Same with Taylor Swift. Obviously, Taylor Swift was not at the Super Bowl with a bunch of men around her doing those things that went viral, and I can completely understand why she's upset. But I also think it is very touchy when you start to throw around like words like banning things and trying to get these kinds of things removed from the internet, because at the end of the day, it's artificial, right? It's the main word. But it is a very, very, very thin line. It is a very, very, thin piece of ice people are walking on, because you do start to get into the elements of like, what if people use these same technologies to create people or create you? If someone were to put my head on a Super Bowl game with a bunch of men, I wouldn't be happy about that, right? And it can also get to a point where people are making younger people. I am pretty sure there have been legal issues about people creating, artificial things of young people, exactly what I'm trying to imply, and, getting locked up for it, right? So again, very touchy. I want to know what you guys think down below. Do you think they should ban AI? And if they shouldn't, or if they should, let me know why they should. If they shouldn't ban AI, let me know why. And let me know if you think they should, what kind of laws they should create to kind of balance it out, kind of prevent people from creating this kind of nasty stuff. But I appreciate you guys watching. Peace out.